If you're already creating TikTok affiliate or TikTok shop videos, then there is an opportunity sitting right in front of you that many creators are overlooking, and that is repurposing those same exact type of content and that same exact type of video for the Amazon influencer program too. And that's exactly what I've been doing for the past 3-4 months or so now, and it works so well and it's so seamless, right? So if you're not doing this, in my opinion, you're leaving easy money on the table. Both programs are built from the same ultimate foundation, which is creating short, engaging product videos that influence buying decisions. The difference is where the videos live and how the commissions are actually tracked, right? So once you understand the overlap, it becomes really easy and really clear why combining the two is a no-brainer. The same simple strategy works for both platforms. So TikTok affiliate and Amazon influencer might seem like separate business models, but the strategy is almost identical. It's pretty close. So on TikTok, you create videos that are obviously showcasing products. You focus on what they do, the problems they solve, and why they're worth buying. Then you upload them, right? And you usually have a call to action, click the product link down below or whatever the case is, right? We all know this. The majority of, people that are doing TikTok shop and TikTok affiliates have the same ultimate format, regardless of whether they're doing top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, or bottom of the funnel. It all has a call to action and kind of a strict format that most people use, right? Then you upload them to TikTok. TikTok tests them with different specific audiences of people that are scrolling the platform. And when people buy through your link, ultimately you earn a commission. Now, Amazon Influencer, on the other hand, works with the same principles essentially, but instead of TikTok being the discovery engine where people are actually, browsing social media wise, and then they get suggested your video if it's doing well and performing, Amazon itself actually becomes the marketplace, right? You upload your product review or your demonstration video or your unboxing video of that specific product directly on Amazon, and it then appears on the actual product page for thousands of daily shoppers that already have a buying intent, that are already on that specific product page with the intent to buy, or at the very least, an interest in that specific product, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't be there. So it's a very different, end consumer that you're approaching, but similar ultimate, businesses and business models and content strategies that you need to implement to make these videos, right? And then when a customer obviously watches your video on that specific Amazon listing and they ultimately purchase, you get a commission or a portion of a commission if they watch multiple videos or whatever the specifics that Amazon obviously delves and designates qualifies for that, commission, right? It changes constantly, and also they never fully told us. So you could have a partial commission, you could have a full commission, depending on if they watch your video, and then others if they watch your video right before they purchase, et cetera, right? Now, the core skill is making short, persuasive product videos, right? That is the same across the board. That means that if you're already making TikTok affiliate videos, already making TikTok shop videos, then you're more than halfway to succeeding with the Amazon influencer program. Quite frankly, you're like 90% of the way there, in my opinion. All you really need to do is just have a little system to repurpose them very quickly and then upload them to Amazon Influencer, which is exactly what I do. So here's where it gets even easier. If you're filming these TikTok affiliate videos, for example, you can often just repurpose them for Amazon with minimal effort and minimal edit. The only catch is making sure that they're now compliant with Amazon's rules, and obviously making sure that that product is also on Amazon, which in 90% of the cases, it usually is, right? That means that obviously no TikTok references, no TikTok watermarks. So if you're ripping it off your TikTok, you shouldn't need to if it's your content. But if you're ripping it off TikTok from your actual TikTok page, make sure there's no watermarks. That's a no-brainer. Obviously, no call to action at the end. So no click the link, no link below, nothing like that. No off-platform calls to action that are relevant to TikTok, but obviously not Amazon. Amazon will not take kindly to that. But if you do both of those things, chances are it's pretty much going to upload to Amazon under that product and have the opportunity to earn you commission on a completely other platform that ultimately might make you more money than TikTok affiliates or TikTok shop is with those specific products. So keep the focus entirely on the product and how it benefits the customer with Amazon. Talk about, specifics a little bit more genuine about a review of the product, your experience and stuff like that. But the cool thing about this is if you're making TikTok affiliate videos or TikTok shop videos, chances are you're making multiple different variations and testing multiple angles. So one of those videos, if not multiple of those videos, can test kind of more middle of the funnel angle of somebody that is an Amazon customer already on the product page with buying intent. So it's a no-brainer and it marries perfectly with it. It's extra money, extra commission. It's another opportunity to get commission on another website with a different specific buyer that you already have content for and you wouldn't have otherwise had access to if you didn't do this. Now, if you're drop shipping and you want your sales to actually take off quickly, then you absolutely need to be using something like Zeek Analytics. It's a no-brainer. I've used it to find top performing products for years now. So here is exactly how it works. Now, as you can see, when you log in, there's a number of different options for you. The cool thing about this as well is they have a full, hub of tutorials and training. So even if you're a complete beginner to finding products or using product research software or any of the things that they offer within here, they have a full training for it. You just click the tutorials and training tab over here, right? Also, if you hover down on tools, they're all over here on the left as well. But if you just hover down on tools, you can see all the things that they offer. They have a sales tracker. They have a store finder. Why are those things important? Well, if you're tracking a specific product, you can keep an eye on it, monitor it for a few days to a week, and make sure that it is actually doing, good numbers and see everything that is involved with that specific product. So you can make an informed decision and not just guess based on a window in time, but be 100% sure. The store finder, if you're reverse engineering, another competitor, regardless of where you're selling, whether that's Shopify, eBay, Amazon, Etsy, it doesn't matter where the actual store is, right? The same overall strategy always applies, right? You want to reverse engineer a competitor that is doing well and then take their best products essentially and, not undercut them, but you take a piece of that specific pie and then you get access to those sales and those products, right? The Product Explorer, also they offer a title builder. There's a ton of options here, and I could go through this literally for hours with each individual tool here. I'm personally going to show you the Trending Products tab because that is what everybody is going to use in the beginning, and it is the most easy to get results in a short time period, especially for beginners, right? Also, you can just change your marketplace by clicking up here in the top left and change it if you want a specific marketplace, right? Right now we're on Shopify, so let me show you how it works and why this is advantageous for a number of different reasons, depending on where you're selling. But for example, let's say hypothetically we're selling on TikTok Shop. Well, we could find the top trending products that are selling right now on Shopify, for example, and then bring those specific products to our TikTok Shop or even our Shopify store or our Facebook Marketplace shop, whatever the case is, right? And as you scroll down, it will show you the top trending products in the last 30 days. So there's a lot of different socks, believe it or not. Compression socks, Halloween socks, being that we are in October right now when I'm recording this video. If you scroll down, you'll see more compression socks. You'll see a lot of different options from wedding stuff like veils and things along those lines. This thing is a new toy as well. That's like a child tortoise interactive toy. So you could see right now the revenue here is $2,800 roughly, and it's going up. The sales are 111. And one of the cool things that I like about this personally is you can also analyze the specific store that's selling it. So we'll tell you all the data about that. So if you click Analyze Store, it will literally bring you to that specific store, all their specific products, their top products, their sales, their revenue, when they actually started, the different social media channels that they're selling on, and what those things are, right? Why is this important? Because, for example, if you find a store that's selling well, obviously the first thing that you can do is go down the list here and go after that specific toy, or that's, in this case, that specific product, obviously, right? But another really great thing is you can go back to their store and see maybe that's not their best selling product, right? Maybe overall that's like their third or fourth best selling product. And you can go one step further and find and reverse engineer their top 3 products that you might not have otherwise seen if you didn't click into their store. So that is a really cool thing. So as you can see here in their best sellers and their recently sold, you could just sort it for revenue, you could sort it for sales, and then it will automatically sort that for their best selling product. Now, as you can see, their top revenue product right here is this barbecue machine. Looks like a kebab thing. Their other best-selling product is a sparkling water maker. And then as you get down a little further, this one doesn't even come into play until I don't know what that is, like 10 deep, right? So that's a really cool way that you can also reverse engineer top products from other top sellers that other people using software might not necessarily see, which is ultimately the game changer. And one other thing I want to hit home is the ease of use of this, because you don't need to actually go ahead and search the supplier. It will literally link it to you right away. So if you just click that supplier button on the right, it will take you into a number of different options for this, the price on it, the ROI, a ton of different things. And if you just click as an example on the actual product, it will literally take you to that product. Why is that advantageous? Because you don't have to actually go out and find the supplier, find the specific product. I'm not signed into AliExpress at the specific moment. But as you can see, just off the top of the bat, like if we were selling on obviously Facebook Marketplace, it doesn't matter. You could list this. Obviously eBay, it wouldn't matter. You could list this. But for example, like if you're selling somewhere like TikTok Shop, where your shipping parameters have to meet a specific deadline, that's extremely important because you want to see what the estimated shipment is, whether this is a US-based supplier, where the actual warehouse is, and a number of different things, right? So as you can see, we are on the 17th. This is estimated delivered from the 24th to the 1st. So this would work for a number of different websites, but it wouldn't really work for TikTok Shop. And that's really important that we know that. So we can just go back and figure out, all right, well, which one of these would ship on time, if we were shipping on TikTok Shop, right? So this is a game changer. Zeek Analytics is probably one of the best tools that you can use for product research, reverse sniping other top sellers, their stores, other top products, and a number of other things. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. This basically shortcuts your product research and gives you a shorter time frame between you and top products, and ultimately gives you all the tools to do smarter product research a lot faster. And believe it or not, the coolest thing about it is they are so confident in what they offer. And trust me, I've been using this for like 5 years, all the way back to when I first started on Facebook Marketplace, dropshipping a while back. And I still use it to this day for a number of different reasons. And you just hop in and kind of see different trends, different products that you might not have otherwise seen if you were looking at other software, or you weren't looking at the specific, trending products on their software for eBay or for Shopify or for whoever. They're so confident, they stand behind their product so much that they are literally offering a $1 trial for a month. So you can try the full software out, not like a shortened snippet version of it, the complete software for just $1 for a full month, right? That's a game changer. So if you want to try it out, you can test drive the power of Zeek Analytics in full to find hot products a lot faster. Just click that first link in the description below, go over and you can try it out for $1. Game changer. So if you've got a video, for example, on TikTok titled, "This portable blender is the best kitchen gadget you've ever bought," well, then you can just re-edit that same clip as an example for Amazon by trimming out anything TikTok specific and keeping it strictly as a demonstration and as a review. And then suddenly that one video that you barely had to re-edit can make you money on both separate platforms. More products, more audiences, and the beauty of this strategy is that the overlap between TikTok products and Amazon products is absolutely massive. Most, if not all, of the products that you're going to be testing are probably on Amazon as well as TikTok, and many of those specific viral items that you're going to see and do product research on TikTok are also available on Amazon as well, especially the viral products. Typically, if they're not already on Amazon, somebody puts them on Amazon because of that reason. And that means that you can showcase the same products in both ecosystems, catching potential buyers in two different stages of their shopping journey on two different platforms, and ultimately earn more money. So on TikTok, you're obviously sparking discovery. People are stumbling across a cool gadget that they've never seen before, and they get intrigued enough to click. On Amazon, it's different. You're just catching people with high purchase intent already. They're already on the product page. They already have their credit card literally in Amazon, and they just need that extra push to ultimately buy. Your video kind of provides that ultimate piece of confidence and, that ending lasting impression that, hey, they are getting what they actually want, right? So by doing both, you're covering the full funnel. TikTok drives the curiosity. Then Amazon obviously locks in more conversions from people that are middle of the funnel. Twice the income, if not more, but the same overall workload. It is a no-brainer in my opinion. And the most obvious benefit here is that by repurposing that same content across both platforms, you are literally doubling your monetization opportunity, okay? And you're not doubling your workload. You might bump it up like 10%, if that. So each video is going to be an asset that can work for you in two places, tapping into massive audiences, and TikTok's going to give you access to viral traffic and impulse buys, while Amazon's going to give you ready-to-buy shoppers who are already searching for the specific product that you are reviewing. And together, they're going to give you that complete ecosystem of discovery and conversion. So if you are already making TikTok affiliate videos, I want to hit it home, expanding into the Amazon Influencer Program is probably a no-brainer. And the truth can be said about both, right? Like if you're already doing Amazon videos, you probably should also upload the TikTok affiliates if you have 5,000 followers as well. Again, it's a no-brainer. So by slightly editing your TikTok content, repurpose it, unlock entirely new revenue streams. Let me know how it works out for you.